We are about to head out to Kaidale's appointment. We have a doctor's appointment today, and Kaidale, for the first time, is going to see a neurologist. So it's not uncommon for kids on the spectrum to develop some sort of seizure disorder, and I'm hoping and praying that that's not the case, but Kaidale has shown me some concerning signs that I figured better to just get checked out and be safe than sorry. So it took me several months to get this appointment, but we're gonna go ahead and head out. I got my pumpkin shirt on because Halloween is next week, and we're just trying to be positive and, you know, make the most of it. Long story short, the symptoms that I observed was that very infrequently Kaidale will have these spells to where he gets like really spaced out and blanked out, and it's like he's alert, you know, his eyes are open, but I just can't get his attention, and it'll last for several minutes. And he'll be like, for example, in the middle of watching YouTube on his tablet, and he'll be scrolling, and then he'll stop scrolling and just kind of hold the tablet in his hand and just kind of like blink out for several minutes. So it's just very peculiar behavior. And to me, it kind of almost seemed like it could possibly be an absent seizure, which is really concerning. So like I said, we're just gonna go to the neurologist and get it checked out.
All right, well, now what? Straight. I think I'm gonna turn it.
Up back there, and
So what surgery will you have to have?
just the meniscus.
Is that what you have to know?
This is hair. He's got lovely hair.
No, Kaidale's taller than you, and you even got a little bit. Kaidale, drama. All right, we're back from the doctor's appointment, and Kaidale's just having some fun hammering in the garage. We're kind of just relaxing now, but we're gonna go to a little Halloween trunk or treat at his clinic after we relax for a bit. The results of the doctor's appointment were that they do believe he's having some form of seizures. And once I started noticing these little episodes with Kaidale, I can't remember if I said this earlier, but I took some videos because I mentioned it to his pediatrician when we went for our last well check. He's hammered pretty loud. Let me shut this door here. Try and tone out some of that noise. But I mentioned it to his pediatrician at our last well check, and she said, yeah, it sounds kind of concerning. It could be like some absent seizures. So she wrote me the referral. Mommy's gonna do some laundry before we go. And she recommended at that time that I go ahead and if I see any more episodes to try and record it so that I can show the neurologist rather than to just explain it. So that's what I did. It happened twice since our referral. And so I showed the neurologist what was concerning me, the episodes he was having that concerned me. And they said, yeah, it's definitely seizure-like activity. They said it could be a focal seizure, which is basically like the absent seizure where you're not doing the full-blown like body convulsions, you know, not responsive type of deal, like the full body seizures, but it's more of just like what I'm seeing in Kaidale, which is just him kind of spacing out and zoning out, not really engaging with me anymore. And he also does this like lip smacking thing, like chewing his gums. It's really weird. It's not something he normally does. And so they said it could be more of like a focal seizure, but the fear is that it could eventually lead to the more serious seizures, which is like the, you know, full body seizures. So what the recommendation was to go ahead and start him on some seizure medication. And they said typically they do that for a couple of years. And then if there's no seizure-like activity within those 2 years, then they can consider coming off the medication. Because sometimes they said it can resolve itself after a couple of years of anti-epileptic medication, which is like anti-seizure medication. It can resolve on its own. So it's kind of just like, we'll see what happens with the seizure medication. Hopefully he'll not have any more episodes and we'll be able to discontinue the medication and move on with our life. But it's just kind of one of those things that time will tell. So that's pretty much that. They did say, the doctor did tell us that around 30% of autistic individuals also have a seizure disorder of some sort of epilepsy. So I certainly know of several families whose autistic children have epilepsy or some form of seizures. Like I said earlier, it's not uncommon. And, you know, I just pray really that it doesn't escalate or evolve into anything, you know. Hopefully it's just minor, and like I said, we can move on with our lives in a couple years. But for now, we've got to start a new medication, which is kind of a bummer because there's always risk of side effects, and you know, you just never know how you're going to react to new medication. So that's a bummer that we got to start a new prescription, but it is what it is. As of now, we're doing okay, and I'll just keep you guys posted if anything comes out of it or evolves from here on out. I'll keep you guys posted, but yeah, at least we're getting treated, getting evaluated, you know, speaking to the specialist that we need. So we're fortunate that we have access to that. But anyways, we're gonna chill and do some laundry and then go to our trunk or treat. Wait for me. All right, Kaidale, party at clinic. All right, you gotta check for cars before you cross. You gotta say trick or treat and get your candy.